Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. As always, it is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm wearing a hat because I'm having a bad hair day. Don't read anything into it. Please subscribe, like, share, and if you would, leave a comment below. This episode, we're looking at, as Marvin Gaye said, what's going on. And let's just get right to it. What's going on? We've been paying a lot of attention here on the American Doofus Show to what's happening in what's known as the Q realm of the Republican organization, the far right, if you will. They consider themselves patriots, and please don't think that they don't believe that just because some things may point to the fact that what they do is not necessarily patriotic. Now, I just wanted to show you just one example here. This is Friends Media. Here's some of the posts they put up, and they're only up. Again, they're only up for a limited amount of time, but there are, you can see 2,400 views in 51 minutes, 2,300 views in an hour. So 88,000 views a day, and that's low. But you can see some of the things here. Trump and JFK Jr. making plans to take over Washington, D.C. Once everything starts happening. The videos go on and on and on, and they're getting more brazen in the fact that, as you can see from any of them, that they're now telling you how to join them on Telegraph and on Twitter, and they change accounts quite often, and they hijack accounts. So it's but now they're starting to direct people to their sites. So that just something to think about. Is that an indication that something is going to inevitably happen? That's for you to decide. We just give you things to think about. We don't tell you what to think or how to think. But that being said, if there is a uprising, a swarm, whatever term you want to use, if civilians decide they are going to overthrow the government of the United States, no matter what their rationale, if that does happen, who are some of these people? Who are some of these people? Here's an example of one.
A special agent for the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, is now facing criminal charges for his role on January 6th. Our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, is here with more on this case. This is a big one, E.
Yeah, we'd heard of other law enforcement agencies or those representing them being down there, not the DEA until tonight, and the government says they have the photos to prove it. In court documents unsealed this afternoon, the Department of Justice says Mark Ibrahim, a special agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration, can be seen in multiple pictures around the Capitol showing off his DEA badge and firearm as rioters stormed the Capitol building behind him. He's facing 4 criminal counts, 3 of them felonies, including remaining in a restricted grounds with a deadly weapon, then lying about it when questioned by federal investigators, telling them in interviews, quote, "I had my creds, I had my firearm and my badge on me, but never exposed."
So there's one example. Here's a second example. This one, that was from WUSA, Channel 9. This is CNN.
Ranger, who he's now going to be detained pre-trial. He's not going to get out because the judge said that it's too dangerous. And the judge criticized him for using his Army training, and not just any Army training. This is a special operations unit of the Army, slammed him for using that against his own country. Let's play some video of Morse from January 6th. And I do want to warn viewers that this is video that contains disturbing images and language.
What do you think your dad said? The dad had to hit a girl on the
The message that the judge is sending is clear, right? You don't take your training by the U.S. government and use it against the U.S. government.
Okay, so there are just a couple of examples, and Robert Morse, the man in question in that last brief clip there, when officers arrested him, they found in his car a notebook with a page titled "Step by Step to Create Hometown Militia." Beneath it, Morse allegedly scribbled bullet point reminders, fleshing out the idea of forming a violent cell, quote, bring assault rifle, end quote, and quote, set up your kit, end quote, and notes on, quote, formation, end quote. Moore's case and others, the Justice Department repeatedly documented the emergence of what could be called small right-wing extremist groups. This comes along with rising warnings from U.S. intelligence about violence from right-wing extremists. Since January, prosecutors have alleged that several people who are charged with participating in the insurrection or with planning politically motivated violence also showed interest in organizing others, according to an extensive review of Capitol riot and other Justice Department cases. So, as always, we're just giving you some things to think about, and it's not telling you what or how to think. Chris, our friend Chris, been on multiple times, and he was on talking about how when this happens, when this right-wing extreme uprising happens, how it cannot be underestimated. The fact that there are ex-SEALs, ex-Army Rangers, with not only weapons training, but with strategies and with special skills. So a lot of people say, hey, you're a doofus, you're just trying to stir things up. Not the case. I'm just reporting what's actually going on, and it's starting to get into the mainstream. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this for a while. This is nothing new for us here. This is nothing new for us here. But the mainstream is starting to pick up on it. And the Trump patriot, if you will, they are starting to get more emboldened. And it is a dangerous combination and a dangerous situation, in my opinion. Your opinion? I'd like to hear it in the comments. Please leave below. Also, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming on. Now, if you're relatively new to the show, thank you for watching. And I'm going to do something I haven't done. Next episode is going to be what I said about Grandmaster Jay a year ago. So look forward to that, and that will be a premiere. So I'll be in the comments watching along with you on that episode, which will be the next episode to come. So again, if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing, like, share, leave a comment, and I'll be down in the comments. I normally am not, but tonight I will be. So for a bit anyway. So until next time, as always, it is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. Do try to be a light, because it is a very dark world. And no matter where you may be, I wish you nothing but peace. I wish you a shalom, blessings, namaste, and ask yourself a couple of questions here at this very end. If all the power in the country went out at 9 p.m. tonight, what would I do? Where would I go? If suddenly you wake up and there is an uprising, are you ready? Do you pick a side? Do you try to be an ally? Do you know who your enemies are? Just some questions, just some things to think about. And it's better to think about them now than if and when things do happen. Until next time, it's the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I love you all. Peace.